Hey, Scotty, what level are you at with these Sega games?
Wow!
Safari Hunt. Ghostbusters. Shoplifter. Black Belt. Hang on.
Yeah! So, what level can you get to?
Look for Sega's Ghostbusters Great Volleyball and Shooting Gallery.
Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? So when people typically talk about retro gaming, they usually talk about, systems from the 80s or the 90s, whatever. People don't usually talk about stuff before the NES. And I don't understand why. I mean, I get it, things were sort of primitive back then, but I don't know, man. I feel like we should give these systems more of a chance. For example, the Sega Master System, it went up against the NES in 1986. And sure, it may not have won, but it still had some great games. As you can see on the screen right now, Alex Kidd, this was sort of a Sega's mascot before Sonic. I mean, again, another one, the Atari 2600. And I get it, some people think Atari is too primitive, but it has a great variety of games. And sure, there's some bad ones and there's some good ones, just like any console. I mean, again, I can name more. The Bally Astrocade, the Fairchild Channel F. Tons and tons of decent systems released around this time. And again, I understand they may be primitive, but I just feel like we should give them more of a chance. Like, absolutely nobody cares about these systems. Now, I'd say me personally, I want to get a Sega Master System just to try it out, just to see what Nintendo was up against in 1985. Mind you, this wasn't Sega's first system. Well, it was in America, but in Japan they had the SG-1000, SG-3000. They had a few systems in Japan, but of course when it came to America, it was the Sega Master System. And I mean, hell, even the Sega Master System got some upgrades. I think they released a Sega Master System 2, if I'm not correct. But yeah, I mean, this was Sega like before the Genesis, before things really, I guess, popped off. No, this was before Genesis does what Nintendo don't stuff.
What Nintendo don't.
Now, another, I guess, irrelevant system that I want to bring up is the Atari 7800. Now, I haven't heard good things about this system, but me personally, I want to give it a chance. I heard it was big, bulky, the controller wasn't, good to use. Overall, I just heard this wasn't a good system, but knowing me, I still want to give it a chance. I mentioned this system before, but the Fairchild Channel F, this is a really, really underrated system. It released before the Atari 2600. It had a good variety of games. Well, it has a very limited collection, but in terms of games, it has variety, I guess. Now, this system nobody really talks about. Nobody really talks about the Fairchild Channel F, and again, I don't understand why. But anyway, those are a few systems that I definitely want to get in the future. I know I keep on repeating this, but a lot of people think these systems are primitive. And that may be true. I mean, shit, it was hard for me to play an NES game. I grew up with the GameCube and shit, so you think I'm gonna be good at a Atari game? And even if I'm not good at it, I still want to play it and have it. But again, I understand nobody's really gonna go out and buy an old Atari 2600 or 7800 or Bally Astrocade or Master System, even though they should. These are pieces of gaming history. Everybody should try them out. From people from the new generation, to people that grew up with them, to people that didn't even know about them. In my opinion, these are gaming sort of antiques that nobody really knows about. Now, in my opinion, I believe that these systems should be hung up in, museums and stuff. The Magnavox Odyssey, the Odyssey 2, you guys get it by now. Anyway, though, to sort of wrap this video up, if you're interested, buy a Bally Astrocade, buy the consoles that I've mentioned in this video, and just try them out for yourself. Sure, you could always emulate them, but you're not going to get the same experience of playing, the real thing. For example, the Atari 2600. You're not going to get the same experience. You're just going to think, wow, yeah, that looks really primitive. But if you were actually played on the real system, it would be, a different story. Anyway, if you guys like this video, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, no rushing, and tell me down below, what's your favorite system released in the 1970s or 80s? Tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
So you've played a few minutes, and at this point you're starting to get a little big for your Power Ranger britches. So you walk into the next hallway and start looking around. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a little scary. Oh! Oh! Ah!